guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't done a makeup video in ages, but that's because I've been recording loads of gameplay footage. So we're back with a little video today. Recently I cleaned all of my beautiful brushes. They're all now nice and soft, nice and clean. And it was an experience that wasn't a regular one for me. This is probably like the first time I've cleaned my brushes properly. I usually get a baby wipe and just try and smush it all on the baby wipe, but I actually washed these properly this time. Left them to dry. I actually washed them 2 days ago, so it's taken that long for them to dry, but I wanted to make sure they were dried completely. I also washed one of my sponges, but I've already used it again, so it's dirty. I've accidentally ripped the little hole in this as well, so it's quite depressing. But anyway, I've got like 2 dirty brushes left and a sponge, so I thought what I'd do is I'd show you how I actually clean my brushes and then show you where I put them to dry, etc. So what I actually use is this little black egg thing here. Now this is called a brush egg and I got this off eBay. So that's what it actually looks like. These bristles here supposed to get in the brush to get all the dirt out, along with these ones. On the back it actually says brush egg, and ooh, there's a hole here to put your fingers in. So the idea is that you get these fingers and you pop them in there. Then you get one of your brushes. So for instance, we'll take my Real Techniques Master Multitask brush, and you're supposed to just do this, not applying too much pressure, and just clean it all out. I do believe you can use these either wet or dry, or wet and dry, I'm not sure. But I've only used them wet because I didn't want to mess up my first time. But anyway, we're going to head to my bathroom, which is somewhere we've been quite a few times, and we're going to get on with the brush cleaning. See you in a sec. I now realise I forgot to show you something. So this is what I actually use to clean them. It is called Nuage Baby Shampoo. It literally just is a standard baby shampoo, and I use this because it was recommended to use baby shampoo as it's softer, and that's pretty much the only reason I use it. As I said, I've only cleaned my brushes once. Thing is, this water is always cold. You have to leave it to run for a bit. But I don't want boiling hot water. I just want reasonably warm. It feels great because I'm only washing 2 brushes this time. I literally dumped all of my brushes in the sink. So to make this fair, I've grabbed this one, which is one of the little bristle brushes, like the toothbrush brushes, and I use this for my liquid bronzer. So that's why I'm using that. And this one is my eyeshadow blending brush. As you can see, if that will focus, it's quite dirty, so it should be good to wash as well. Ugh. So I just leave mine to soak in there. I also wet my brush egg. And then, I don't know if you saw how much baby shampoo you're supposed to use, but for each brush I was like applying a small amount. Like that, and then you get your wet brush. It's easier to do it if you put your fingers in it. You don't have to though. Oh, there's a hair. That'd be good if I could get the hair off. But yeah, so you just go round in round motions as so, get in the top bit to get the proper bristles, and you just do this a couple times until it's clean. You can tell when it's clean because the bubbles start to go white rather than have colour on them. It's quite a lengthy process if you've got a lot of brushes. This literally took me about 45 minutes the other day, which I don't know whether that's quick for some of you and how you wash your brushes, but that was a very long time for me. And I don't want to have to do this very often. I can tell you that now. So we're getting to pretty much no bubbles now, but I can still see some green on there. So we're just going to keep going. I might even put some more baby shampoo on. See, it might look like I'm pushing quite hard. I'm not pushing hard at all. But I can definitely still see some green on there. So we're just going to add some more baby shampoo. That made a beautiful noise then. And just wibble it around. It's quite a boring video when you really think about it, because everyone washes their brushes in their own way. Just because I wash my brushes this way doesn't mean that you're going to go out and buy a brush egg. But if you were interested in the brush egg and where it came from, I actually got it off eBay. And it cost me less than 50p. I believe it was something like 26p. So they're not expensive if you get them off eBay. And they're definitely coming in useful so far. I might get some different colours, maybe. I do prefer black. You can see the dirt better with black. You can see how the bubbles come out. Because they're coming out white now, but I can still see green in the brush. If anything, the pigment should come out really quickly because I've only just used this brush on my eyes. Yes, I have green eyeshadow on. It's very faint, but I have green eyeshadow on. I was trying to match the khaki top that I've got on, but I don't think it worked. It's not as clean as I want it to be, but this is a very long thing. So anyway, so I'll just leave that up here for a second and move on to my little toothbrush brush. The bigger ones were a lot harder to actually clean, and I was really worried that they were gonna... Ew, can you see how dirty that is? But anyway, I was pretty sure that the big brushes weren't gonna dry properly and that I wouldn't be able to clean them all because the bristles, there's so many bristles in the bigger ones. But no, they cleaned exactly the same, perfectly fine. I'm being a bit rougher with these ones to make sure that I get in all of the little crevices because they do have a lot of bristles. And you want to make sure that all the baby shampoo or soap or whatever you decide to use is out, because if you leave that in your brush, it probably is going to keep some liquid in as well and then possibly go mouldy, and trust me, nobody wants mouldy brushes. If you spend a lot of money on your brushes, then you won't want to have to replace the whole thing. But these ones clean really, really quickly. There we are. So then, just give me a sec to dry my hands, because I don't want to move my camera around. Admittedly, it's on a tripod. So I've got my brushes here, and then I put mine up here facing downwards like that, so all the water can drip out and down there. And I keep it on the towel because that will soak up any other water, and under here this metal gets sort of rusty sometimes, you might be able to see it. So it's just keeping them safe. Anyway, back to the bedroom. And we're back. So yeah, that was my brush cleaning video, how I clean them. It's not how you should clean them. Trust me, I am no expert in brush cleaning. That was literally the second time I've cleaned any of my brushes properly. But I just wanted to show you this properly. So it says, especially designed hypoallergenic baby shampoo. A lot of people recommend to use specific ones that don't have certain things in, but I'm not sure what those things are. I just grabbed the closest baby shampoo. Luckily this was only £1, so it wasn't very expensive. I've already got all of my brushes, so to actually do this I spent £1.26. But the brush egg is quite comfortable when it's on. It's not a painful, it's very movable and malleable since it's silicone. And yeah, I now have to wait another 2 days for them 2 brushes to dry. Hopefully, since they're smaller ones, I'm not going to take that long. But honestly, even, you know, using these brushes with the brush egg, I did use the brush egg, I just realised I didn't show you how to clean my sponge. It's okay. It's okay. Let's go. So we all know I'm an idiot. But anyway, here's my Real Techniques sponge. You can see that it's just got some foundation on it. I did actually put a little hole in it. But I'm just going to pop it in the water. Since it's a sponge, it will soak it up quite quickly. Just add a bit cold. But the brushes, the brushes are easy to clean. I think that the sponges, you need to be more thorough. Like, some people can just do this and their brushes and sponges will be clean. But I'm just going to add a little bit of baby shampoo again. Like, I don't have exact amounts of how much baby shampoo I use because it will vary from time to time. It doesn't matter, really, as long as you get it all out. So I've just kind of massaged that into the top part. Then I'm going to get my brush egg again. Oh, my hands are really wet and slippery. But get that. I was going to put it on the brush egg, but I'll just put it straight on there. But you want to be gentle, that you don't, like, as I've already ripped mine, you don't want to rip it anymore. So I'm being very gentle here. You don't need to use the brush egg, you don't. You can just do it in your fingers like so. But you have to be very careful not to rip it like I did. Obviously I didn't rip it today. If I had ripped it in this video, I probably would be crying. But I just usually keep going until all of the bubbles are out, and it's only air bubbles that you can see rather than dirt bubbles. This is going to be quite easy to clean today because it hasn't got a build up of foundation and bronzer, concealer. I can't believe I almost forgot this. It wasn't until I got back in my room that I saw it on the bed and I was like, oh. So it's a sort of long video, just based of me in a sink. Yeah. But yeah. So after I've cleaned that and I can see that all of the stuff is gone, what I'll do is, I was going to do this with my brushes as well, but since it's only 2, I'm not sure that it's vitally important. But I always like to cold wash stuff to try and make sure everything's out. I don't know whether this is good or bad, but I just get the cold water and do exactly what I was just doing, but trying to get all the soap out, trying to make it nice and fluffy. And after that's done, I squeeze out as much of it as I possibly can and then go pop it on the little area with my brushes. So that's how I clean my sponges. So yeah, I can't believe that I just had to do that video in so many little spaces. I can't believe I forgot my sponge, but now everything is drying on the little rack in the bathroom. My hands are wet, and I have like what happens when you stay in the bath too long, your hands go all wrinkly. But yeah, I've had a lot of stuff going on lately. I even cleaned my car today, like, holy hell. Ooh. We're not going to talk about what's in here. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know what's in there. And you'll know it's not great. But yeah, thanks for watching my video. Don't take what I said completely as law. I am not a specialist in brush cleaning or anything like that. It was just to show you how I personally clean my things, how I make it easier for me. I will gladly, you know, if you want to know on a personal level, I will gladly talk to you personally. You can reach out to me through any of my social media and I'm more likely to respond as long as I'm at work. So I'll put all of the links in the description as per usual. I'll also chuck my gaming channel in there as well, since we're really trying to kickstart that. And yeah, it's too hot in England today. But I'll see you in the next video. See you later.